Alright, MP, you ready?
Objects in motion stay in motion as long as they win.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Castle, Devin Vassell out there with the dude. Then there's Wembanyama. And for the Raptors, in at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Roy in at the 5. And as a coach, Stan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Quickly the pass to Roy. Dick with it. Takes a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's the dude. Lays it up off the glass. And I think most would agree that MPGA at this point of his career is considered one of the best ever at his position.
Well, anyone that ranks above him is a first ballot Hall of Famer. MP isn't at the top at his position just yet, but he's shown he's in a class with other legendary talents. And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Here's Vassell. Bangs home the trifecta.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Dick. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery, Stan, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Now, here's Quickly. Barnes down low. Defended by Wembanyama. Puts up a deep 3. And again, Toronto no luck. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's the dude driving in. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Yeah, a skilled player can work around the mismatch. He's used to dealing with larger guys.
And the Raptors with the ball, trailing by 5. Pass to Dick. Back to Quickly. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Onside, Barrett. Pass to Dick. It's Roy on the wing. Back to Dick. Shot clock at 6. Onside, Barrett. Knocks down the 3 ball.
The decision-making of Barrett continuing to improve. I love when he's decisive like this.
Quickly looking it over. Nobody near Barnes. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. San Antonio leading to the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, you can tell Vassell likes sharing the ball. He's not just looking for his shot.
Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And it's quickly missing.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
To the right side. The dude passes to Vassell. It's rebounded by Dick. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Darko Rajakovic had a few moments to share with me before. Now, he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. 4-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one. Barrett can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. For San Antonio, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Here's the dude. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. No good on the triple. The Raptors have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Wembanyama against Barnes. Roy with the screen for Barnes. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs leading by 4. Wembanyama passes to the dude, and it's good for 2. The dude's got 9.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Spurs making a change here. Durant's checked in. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Raptors third.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Ingram. And it's sent back by KD.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively.
And Toronto making a change here. Walters checked in. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Spurs. 3 from the inbound. Walter can't get it to go. San Antonio leading by 8. Sohan inside. He's covered by Ingram.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Here's Walter. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. And they get it. And he sinks the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The dude passes to Durant. Here's the dude. 11 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Sohan missing. Raptors trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Onside, Barrett from outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Barrett's got 6.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
And finished off by Katie.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Barnes left side. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Down low. Here's Walter. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Walter's got his second bucket of the night.
That's a nice find by Ingram, getting it to the open man.
The dude. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shoots from the line, and another basket for Toronto.
Well, that could be a tough shot, but easy there for Brandon Ingram.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against Detroit.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Here's Shed. He had 10 points in the win against Detroit. Here's Dick. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
High post, Johnson. Pass to the dude. Here's Kolek. 13 feet away. Walter pulls it in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Dick finds Ingram. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Durant. Pass to the dude. Now Johnson. Beyond the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Walter. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's the dude. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. 16 points for the dude.
And you couldn't ask for anything more in terms of efficiency here. 7 of 9 to start.
Barnes outside. To the left side wing. And the Raptors miss again. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Pelicans in New Orleans. The dude misses. Ingram with it. And Durant sends it back. And so it's San Antonio in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Okay, time for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Toronto's head athletic trainer. He did tell me that he believed it wasn't a severe injury, so that is good news. At such an early point of the season, it's a tough time to lose him. It's disappointing for everyone. Guys?
Raptors with some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Booker.
You're doing all right.
Barrett comes in for Grady Dick. And quickly in for Walter. Spurs leading by 10. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the dude in the last outing against New Orleans lit up the floor. He finished with 59 points, and his unselfishness with the ball, combined with his defensive activity, made a huge impact. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Barrett going inside. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
To the middle. On the wing quickly. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. And R.J. Barrett gets the 3. Barrett's got 9.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
The dude. Back to Webb. Sohan, the pass to the dude. Back to Sohan. Here's the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Back to Barrett. Quickly kicks to Ingram. Over to the left wing. And the Raptors miss again. Spurs leading by 12. Inside. Sohan. Rejected by Ingram.
Well, he's one of the longest wings in the league, and right there, putting that reach to good use.
From deep. Kolek grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Spurs haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. Down by 15. Dick passes to Roy. Pass to quickly. 5 on the clock. Barnes the screen. And it's quickly missing. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against New Orleans. Here's Gary. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Quickly kicks to Roy. 1:02 left in the first half. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to quickly. Barnes the screen. And again, Toronto no up.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Sohan with the ball. Covered by Barnes. Sohan with the ball. Here's the dude. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Kolek. Nailed from three-point land. Kolek has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Kolek. The tray. The shot. No good. And so it's San Antonio out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Looking at San Antonio, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah. Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Raptors.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from the dude.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possessions.
In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Roy in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's the dude. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Wembanyama's got 6 assists in the game. Raptors trail by 18. Pass to Roy. Here's Dick. Fires top of the key. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Dick's got 5 points now this quarter. The Spurs shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Here's Castle. He's got 8. And the Spurs scoring again.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
Here's the dude. It's rebounded by Quickly.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this out.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Pass to Dick. From the stripe, Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. That one drops for him. He's got 10.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball
inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Onside, Barrett. To the paint. Here's Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Gary. Hits it from three-point range. And the Spurs lead by 21.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now, quickly. 9 points in the game so far. Roy dishes to Barnes. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's the dude. Dick defending. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down one, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. A guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Barrett kicks to Barnes.
Get the perimeter.
Onside, Barrett. Puts up a three. Wembenyama with the rebound. Wembenyama's got his fifth rebound in this one. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you.
And Johnson plays with a lot of power, especially close to the basket.
Onside, Barrett. Barnes outside. Over Castle. Barnes can't get it to go.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Dick with it. 25 points in the game. Got it from 16 feet. Dick's got 13 points in the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's the dude. He has 31. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Castle misses. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for them. Onside, Barrett. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Vassell, the pass to the dude. They get a hand on it and stolen by Barnes. And it's quickly in the corner. Now Dick. He's got 27. Outside Roy. 6 on the shot clock. Quickly finds Barrett. And the three ball is good. Barrett's got 12 points in the game.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. Number 1, the Spurs.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
In the corner, Sohan with it. Here's Kolek. No good with the triple. Onside, Barrett. Pass to Dick. Uncovered. Offensive rebound for three, Roy. That one's not going to go. Spurs leading by 22. Here's the dude. Back to Johnson. Durant for three. Cranes it from beyond the arc. KD's got his third basket of the night right there.
And he knew what he was going to do before the ball even got to him. KD is always ready to let it fly.
Bounce pass Dick. And here's Barnes for three. Sinks the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And that one's good, the dude.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. The dude out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. Here's Ingram. Sinks the 15-footer.
And an impressive handle there from Ingram, proving how effective he can be with the ball in his hands.
And that one's good, the dude. The dude's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Barnes against Wembanyama. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great.
And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And he gets it to go.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Here's Gary, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Vassell against Quickly, and it's blocked. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. The dude misses. The Raptors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. To the middle, here's Walter. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's the dude, and there's the drive. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for the Raptors. Dick comes in for Walter. Now, here's Quickly. The three ball doesn't go for him. Vassell, the bounce pass. Wembanyama against Ingram. Pass to the dude. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. Chalk up 2 there. The dude's got 39.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Here's Dick. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's the dude. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to the dude. 6 to shoot. Cancel. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Onside, Barrett. Dick with it. Roy with the screen for Dick. And the Raptors miss again.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Toronto's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Back to Barrett. Pass to Shed. Now Dick. Barrett kicks to Ingram. Roy with the screen for Ingram. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's the dude. Here's Castle. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Roy with the screen for Barnes. Really left alone that time.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Walsh. Here's the dude. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Barrett. It's rebounded by Walsh. Walsh has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's the dude. Count it. Good. The dude's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Raptors shooting about 42% so far. And here is Quickly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those. Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. great music, great ribs, this is one city I don't mind visiting. Look out there, MP.
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
They give you the typical day of chicken. Oh, well. First, wow.
Time to get in some work.
Stay focused on your workout.
Come on, MP.
Woo! I run this, I run this.
About game time, bring the pain time.
They can't stop you! They can't stop you!
And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting all set for tip-off. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the San Antonio Spurs. On Saturday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Memphis Grizzlies. And then Monday, they'll take on Ben Simmons and the Charlotte Hornets.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Wembanyama out there with Castle. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's the dude in at 2-guard. And for Memphis, manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. G.G. Jackson is out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Outside Bane. Launches it. Rebound by San Antonio. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
Well, last year they swept the season series. There was a talent differential between the two teams. We'll see if that gap has narrowed.
Yeah, these teams were not on even ground last year, but no matter what it looks like on paper, we see teams make big turnarounds every season.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Bane. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Outside Morant. They get it back. From downtown, on target from range.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Bane. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
The dude gets the bucket.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
And he dunks it down.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Morant with the slam.
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G slam cam. Here's the dude. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
And here's Morant. He's got 5. Takes it inside. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Bane. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Explosion to the rim. Bane not backing down.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies' team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Good on the second one. Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant surveying the floor. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Rebound by San Antonio. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
Here's Wells. Jackson for 3. That shot is off.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
The dude passes to Wembanyama. Here's the dude. Out to the wing. Pass to Wembanyama. They set the pick. The 3. Ja Morant grabs the miss. And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 6. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. Fires the 3, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And he's 5 of 7, getting into a nice rhythm offensively.
Pass to Castle. Here's the dude, hounded by Morant. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Now here's Jackson. Turned in an outstanding game against Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Morant outside. No good on that one. He's 5 for 8. Spurs lead by 6. To the left wing. All alone. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Jackson outside. From deep, Bane. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Bane's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
The second Bane touches that ball, he wants to shoot.
Over to the left wing. Pass to the dude. Vassell outside. Let's go with a 3. And Wembanyama with the 3. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Morant finds Bane. Throws it up high. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Now here's Young. He also had a big impact in that win against the Mavericks. Pass to Boucher. And the jumper from the wing offline.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Outside Durant. Here's the dude, guarded by Young. Durant, the pass to the dude. Here's Kolek. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the dude, in their last time out against the Raptors, got the job done. He added 43 points, and he did his work from both the floor and the free throw line. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. Number 1, San Antonio.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
And he makes a first. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Eubanks comes in for Boucher, and it's Ja Morant in for Bane. Spurs lead by 8. Pass to the dude. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Kolek for 3. Durant. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And it's Morant with the ball for Memphis. Clark with a screen on Johnson. From deep, Morant. The dude with the rebound. San Antonio has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. It doesn't go for him.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Back to Young. There's 25 seconds left in the opening quarter. Gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
San Antonio leading by 8. Pass to the dude. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Here's Pippen. And a miss there on the triple. Johnson with it from the arc. The shot off that time. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Spurs out in front, up 10. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with Wembanyama. And it's the dude in at the 2. Here's the dude. 43 points last game out. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Boucher's checked in. And San Antonio with a change here too. Castle's checked in for Kevin Durant. Here's Morant. He picked up 24 points in their last win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Putting others before himself.
Oh, my goodness. How about that?
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Vassell. And he banks in the layup. Vassell's got 7.
That's a strong move by Vassell. He plays with more power than I think you actually realize.
Boucher a screen on Vassell. There's Young with the 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Wembanyama, the pass to Vassell. Here's the three. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists in the game.
And this is something Vassell has really improved. Now you have to guard him closely from deep.
Outside Morant. Takes the three. Clark, the pass to Boucher. Here's Morant. The layup off target.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Castle, covered by Boucher. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. He has 6.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute.
Pass to the dude. Outside Johnson. Shot from the wing. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got rebound number 7 tonight. Young with it. Now guarded by Sohan. Young can't hit. San Antonio leading by 10. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Outside Bain. Pass to Wells. Jackson outside. Now Bain. 5 on the clock. There's Young with the 3. Cash! Trae Young with a triple.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bain has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bain was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league.
And he drives in, and it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
The quicks off Trae Young. He gets to the rim at will. Better come with help side defense.
It's good. The dude's got 19 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
There's Young with the 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Here's Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Young from long range. Rebound San Antonio. The dude's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Offensive rebound. Driving inside. Offensive rebound Spurs. The shot by Sohan, no good.
Yeah, and they've taken their foot off the gas a little. They were much more aggressive to start the game and really getting their opponent in early foul trouble.
Crafty move. Inside, it's Trae Young.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And Sohan gets it to go. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Spurs. They lead by 13. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
You know, for the Grizzlies, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the San Antonio Spurs.
They've had a lot of success.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. we'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Ja Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks. Vassell against Morant. Morant elevates at the rim.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
Spurs lead by 13.
Watch outside.
Pass to the dude. Pure. That's basket number 9 on 12 tries. Here's Morant. About a minute played here in the second half. Bane, the pass to Wells. Sends it home from three-point land. Wells has got 11 points.
Improving that vision since he came into the league. Bane with a nice dish here.
Down low. Castle misses. Grizzlies trail by 12. Now here's Morant. Give him 23. Pass to Edey. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Clock at 2. Bane, no good. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Here's Castle, defended by Jackson. And the basket by Castle. Give him 8 points now.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Bane. Back to Morant. Morant with the close range bucket.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
The dude. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Edey. Yet to see a basket. Fires from deep. Wells, that's good.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's the dude, defended by Jackson. The dude gets the bucket. The dude's got 8 points in the quarter. Grizzlies trail by 13. Pass to Wells. And here's Morant. Circus shot, Ja Morant.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
The dude gets the bucket. The dude's got 10 points in just the second half.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Morant against Vassell. The floater. And it's Morant missing.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Basket counts. The dude's got 31.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Jackson outside. Pass to Edey. To the wing on the left. Vassell against Morant. kicks it out to Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. Bain's got 10 points in the game.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's the dude. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Spurs lead by 14.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Morant against Vassell. Jackson outside. No good with the triple.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And stolen by Jackson. Here's Wells. He's got 14. Pass to Bain. Back to Morant. And there's the screen from behind the arc. Rebound by San Antonio.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Inside. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Clark is checked in for Memphis. Here's the dude going inside. And a two-handed jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And here's Morant outside. Drains the triple. Morant's got 30.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
The dude's shot is off. Grizzlies trail by 15. Here's Wells. 14 points for him. Outside Morant. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Phillips. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down hard.
Ooh, Wembanyama with the mean finish.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Morant with it. Pass to Wells. From deep. The rebound by Phillips.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And stolen by Clark. Right side Morant. To the inside. Here's Bain. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Bain's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Excellent job converting inside. Bain's guys encourage him to be aggressive down there.
The dude. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Wembanyama's got 6 assists now in the game. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 17-point game. To the middle. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
The dude gets the bucket.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Timeout called. Memphis. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. Number 1, San Antonio.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
Young, the pass to Bain. Three-pointer off the mark.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
The beautiful all-around game of Johnson, so dependable when it comes to finding open teammates.
1:33 left in the third quarter. And another miss by Memphis. San Antonio leading by 19. The dude into the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. The dude's got 43 points.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, Richard, I know you had the pleasure of guarding Kevin Durant. Not an easy assignment. What was that like?
You're right, B.A. I had the pleasure of guarding him in the NBA Finals. And let's say it was not the easiest of tasks. He's become such a complete player, there's no way to stop him. He takes what you give him, and he kills you with it.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
50 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Outside Young. Here's Clark, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
It's his first trip to the line, and he knocks down the first one. Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. So he gets them both. And San Antonio has possession. The dude passes to Sohan. Here's the dude. And here's Johnson, guarded by Bain. The shot by Johnson, no good. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Young looking around.
He can't be overzealous when guarding Bain, or he will find ways to draw the whistle.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. The free throw drops for Bain. And so he hits both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's the dude. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got 6 rebounds now in the game. From deep three-point land. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's San Antonio with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. We've got Jeremy Sohan, also Kevin Durant out there. And it's the dude in at the 2. Here's Kolek. 6 to shoot. Outside Durant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Sohan. And so it's Memphis with it. They trail by 16. Pass to Morant. The baseline J. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Shoots over Morant. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer. For his sake, I hope they can come back. You hate to see the performance he's having be wasted in a loss.
Clark covers. Uses the glass on the layup.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
And here's Morant outside. Rebound by San Antonio.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's the dude. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got rebound number 7 tonight. From deep, Morant. And he can't get that one. San Antonio leading by 17. Wembanyama, the pass to the dude. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. The dude's got 47 points. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. And Morant gets it to go.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's the dude. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The dude's got 4 points in the quarter.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Timeout, Grizzlies.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Williams. And it's Desmond Bane in for Young. Here's the dude. Off the inbound. And yes! Another basket!
And this guy is just a historically great scorer.
And he stands alone with the 5th most career 50-point performances. Here's Morant. And again, it's Memphis missing. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's the dude, hounded by Morant. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Jackson outside. Back to Morant. Stolen by Vassell. Only one man back on D.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Jackson with a screen on Vassell. Morant, he's open. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Morant's got 46.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Here's the dude. Pass to Castle. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. The 3 is up. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. Memphis has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Yeah,
Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragon.
At this time, direct your attention to center court for the awards ceremony.
Just a tremendous moment for this team. Each player and coach receiving their well-deserved championship ring. And you're right where the action is about to begin as we welcome you to the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Now a look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, the dude out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Cancel. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And, Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the tray.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Here's Morant. Shoots over Vassell. And it's Morant missing. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against Memphis.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Jackson. Second free throw, no good. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
Here's Edey after the basket by San Antonio.
Bane with the hops.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good. Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. Number one, the Spurs.
Yeah, number one in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Vassell against Morant. Shoots over Vassell. The Grizzlies with another miss. San Antonio with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Gary. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 8. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Out to the right wing. Morant with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown.
Wow, when Morant is hitting the three, he becomes basically unguardable.
Pass to the dude. Wembanyama with it. Guarded by Jackson. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Morant. To the inside. And there's Bane. That's good on the assist by Morant. Bane's got his second bucket.
Yeah, Bane is a talented scorer. Not just a perimeter threat. He's also capable of finishing inside.
Here's the dude. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. It's Vassell on the wing. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. That three off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Morant against Vassell. Count that bucket. Morant's got 5 now.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
The shot's good.
Well, all of us coaches We love when you can create looks in close.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. They trail by 3. Outside, Bain. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Here's Edey. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Bain. Takes the 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Spurs leading by 5. With the drive. And that one's good. The dude. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Bain. And that one is hammered home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Now here's Morant. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Wembanyama against Jackson. Here's the dude. Pass to Castle. Unloads. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Castle's got 7 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, Morant just put so much pressure on the defense to make a choice on that pick and roll.
Pass to Castle. Here's the dude. And the basket by Castle. 9 points in the game so far.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Right wing. And here is Wells. He's coming off a 16-point game against San Antonio.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the dude in the last outing against Memphis was dominant. He contributed 51 points, and he was dominant at the offensive end with a high field goal percentage as well. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Chris Boucher's checked in for Edey. Clark comes in for Gigi Jackson. Pippen's checked in for Wells. And Trae Young subbed in for Morant.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot it.
Young outside. Pass to Boucher. A minute 50 left here in the opening quarter. Clock at 6. Clark outside. And here's Young from the arc. And it's Durant with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 5. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
They get it back. Down low. Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Jeremy Sohan, an emphatic 2 points.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Young, right side. At the top of the key, Clark. Clark sets a screen for Pippen. From the line. A rebound by the Spurs.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
The dude passes to Sohan. And Bain pulls it down. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Johnson against Pippen. Now, here's Boucher. No scoring in this one. Bain, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Takes it inside. Pass to Kolek. On the wing, Johnson. Here's the dude. Gets it off. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
And so it's San Antonio going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And in addition, their three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
We've got Durant. He's out there with Victor Wembanyama. Castle is out there with the dude. And it's Kolek in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And San Antonio has possession following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Wembanyama down low. Eubanks defending. Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Young looking it over. Right side, Pippen. And the three off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The 19-foot shot. Offensive rebound. And Wembanyama too much inside.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Morant passes to Young. And it falls over the rim and in. Young's got 5.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Spurs working the ball around now. Lets it go with the shot. And the Spurs scoring again.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Morant with it. He's got 5. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? We give Morant about an 11 there?
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's the dude. He's got 6, kept alive. High over the top, Wembanyama.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Young outside. It's Morant in the corner. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Castle. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And he can't get the first one. Instead, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much.
San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Then for the Grizzlies, G.G. Jackson. He's checked in for Clark. Bane comes in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. And that one's good, the dude.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Here's Young. Rebound by Sohan.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Memphis has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
San Antonio leading by 21. A minute 42 left in the first half. Johnson outside. Pass to the dude. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. Banked in off the glass. Wembanyama has got 14 points.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Johnson outside. Pass to the dude. Shoots from 14. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Bane against Johnson. Bane passes to Jackson. Here's Young. Offensive rebound. Edey. No good there.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
The dude passes to Wembanyama. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Yeah, Young's playmaking is very reliable. He's got impressive vision.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The Spurs have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
Both good from the line that time. 8 seconds left now here in the second. With 1 on the clock, connects, the jumper drops. Young's got 9.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the injured players around the NBA. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Well, everybody wanted me, Kenny. Don't be jealous. I say L.A. is way up there. You know, because you're always home. Especially during the 3P days. It was very, very hot there.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for that one, Jeff.
I know.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, you look at all the assisted buckets, I like how they're working together. Ball movement and selfless play can be infectious.
Excuse me, are infectious and contagious the same thing?
You're the doctor. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And so it's Memphis with it. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Gigi Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward.
What a passer Bane has become.
Here's the dude, guarded by Morant. Here's Gary. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Vassell against Morant. Pass to Jackson. And here is Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Wells sets the pick for Bane. Off target from three-point range. Spurs leading by 22. The dude passes to Vassell. Out to the right wing. Here's Castle. Tries again. Pass to the dude. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Well, this is why Wembanyama is such a nightmare. The size, the speed, the touch. He has it all working.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside, Bane. Off target from outside. San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's the dude, guarded by Morant. Wembanyama against Morant. Wembanyama gets the bucket. Wembanyama's got 20 points. Vassell against Morant. Pass to Edey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, the threat of Ja scoring really opens up the opportunity for assists.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Castle. There's the screen. Misses the 3. Morant with it. Now guarded by... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Yeah, and Morant just makes it look so easy pulling off a move like that. Unreal.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
Here's the dude, guarded by Morant. The dude misses. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll start out on the road and play the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And that game against Sacramento, that one's going to be the 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
Durant's checked in for the Spurs. Webb comes in for Devin Vassell. And Memphis also making a switch. Trae Young, he's checked in for Wells. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
It's Young on the wing. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Castle's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that one's good. The dude's got 13.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Back to Morant. And stolen by Wembanyama. And the basket by Castle. He's got 13. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Spurs.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Here's Castle, guarded by Bain. They get the rebound. And the basket by Castle.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
On its way from Young for 2. That one's off, still out of sync.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Pass to Castle. Webb with it. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, he is such a confident shooter. Young just taking what the defense gives him now.
And that one's good, the dude.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Morant outside. Young outside. Morant scanning the floor. The shake. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Outside Jackson. Morant kicks to Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
Pass to Castle. From downtown, that's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Clark dishes to Young.
You got him.
Clark sets a screen for Young. No good from outside.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Sohan. That one doesn't drop.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pippen, the pass to Young. Outside Pippen. Clark sets a screen for Pippen. Hits the jumper in space. Pippen's got 6 points. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. For San Antonio, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. Williams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. The free throw off from the dude.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Williams kicks to Pippen. Pass to Young. The three. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
And that one's good, the dude.
And Sohan can do a little bit of everything, including finding his teammates like he did there.
Young outside. The kick out to Williams. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Now a moment to see the numbers for the dude. He's coming off an excellent season. 12 assists and 6 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
.58 seconds left in the third. Outside for Pippen. 6 to shoot. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Bain sets the screen for Young. Pass to Bain. Launches a 3. The rebound by the Spurs.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's the dude, guarded by Pippen. Here's Phillips. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. Pippen finds Bain. Here's Williams. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Williams has got his first basket. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's San Antonio just done. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wembanyama is out there with Durant. Then and And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had...
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Tonight should be easy work.
About to tear the roof off.
We know MP came ready to play.
Last weekend, I had one of those nice ones.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Skylar Cole with the singing of tonight's national anthem. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a quick look at how Charlotte's schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Chicago Bulls.
And that game against Brooklyn, that's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. We've got Devin Vassell. Castle is out there with Wembanyama, and it's Webb in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Hornets, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Miles Bridges, and it's Herder in at the 3 slot. And at this early point, Clark, teams still figuring things out.
Yeah, I agree with that, but it's certainly an advantage if you've got continuity on your roster. For those teams who shuffle things in the offseason, they've got a little more to work out, but continuity can serve you well if you have it.
Back to Wembanyama.
Hey, yo, right here.
Lets the 3 fly, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama, a big who can hit smooth 3-point shots.
Bridges outside. Nurkic a screen on Wembanyama. 3-pointer, Bridges nails it from 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Castle.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Here's Charlotte. Ball passes to Bridges. About a minute played here so far in the first. And Ball gets it to go.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge.
He's checked in for Herter. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. San Antonio with the ball. 6-point game. Here he goes. The dude's shot is off.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Ball no good. San Antonio has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Vassell, he hits the back iron and sinks it.
Give lots of credit to Devin Vassell. He's really improved his game over the years.
Smith against Vassell. Ball outside. Back to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Spurs trail by 4. To the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Here's the dude, hounded by Ball. And Nurkic with the block.
Showing off the timing and awareness defensively. Better think twice before challenging Nurkic.
Pass to Smith. The 3. Drills it from deep. Smith's got 8.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Vassell outside. Here's Castle. The 3 from Wembanyama. Sinks it from distance. Give him 8 points now.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
Ball passes to Miller. Now Smith. Shoots over Vassell. Smith no good. Spurs trail by 4. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Charlotte.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Back to Smith. There's the triple. Kevin Durant pulls it in. For San Antonio, they've got 7 of 15 to find the net. And the basket by Castle.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Phillips is checked in for San Antonio. And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Brandon Miller.
He's more than deserving of this accolade given the way he's been playing. He injects so much energy into their offense, whether he's finishing the play himself or lending a helping hand.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes. He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Here's Phillips. And they'll get another chance. The shot by Sohan, no good. Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 from deep. And there's 1:38 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Law. Miller outside, jacks up a 3. The rebound by Kolek. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 14-5 run. Back to Sohan. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Charlotte trailing. Here's Simmons in his last outing with 12 points. To the middle. Here's Smith. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Smith's got 10 points.
If Smith plays bigger than his size, he's got great bounce, and it helps him make plays there on the inside.
Yes, it's good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And here's Charlotte, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
The dude passes to Durant. On the wing, Durant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Spurs lead by 2. And for the Hornets, they're shooting a terrific 58% to start the game. Excellent numbers.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Sohan. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. San Antonio on top. They're up by 3. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, before we move on, what do you think about the Spurs at this point?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Ball is out there with Smith. Then it's Karis LeVert. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Salon in at the 4 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, the dude, in their last time out against the Grizzlies, delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 23 points, and his passing was huge in that game, finding ways to involve his teammates. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see. Their guards have carried the offensive load. With the way they've performed, they've got the green light to shoot whenever there's an opening.
The Spurs have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Here's Ball. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Ball no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Easy money for KD inside.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
On the wing, Durant. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Here's the dude. And that comes off the assist by Durant. The dude's got 8 points.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Smith outside. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Good work there as it goes. He's got 18.
Just relentless on the offensive end. Nick Smith has endless energy, applying constant pressure. And right now, Nick is cooking.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Ball. Defense is right there. And that one's off. His 5th miss in 11 tries. There's a screen for 3. Durant. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Smith outside. Pass to Ball. Inside. Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Simmons taking off, launching himself right through the defense and rendering that D helpless.
Here's the dude. Six on the shot clock. Down low. Fade away. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Oh, there's the alley. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Up and in on the layup. The dude's got 10 points in the quarter.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Back to Smith. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's the dude, hounded by Ball. To the wing, right side. Here's the dude. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Spurs.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And the basket by Castle.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Back to Ball to halt the run. Ball ventures inside and converts.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
Karis LeVert's checked in for LaMelo Ball. And San Antonio also making a switch. Sohan's checked in. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Here's Miller. No luck on that one. San Antonio leading by 7. It's stolen by Nurkic. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
The dude's shot is off. Charlotte has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. LeVert outside. Oh, they get a hand on it. Nurkic finds LeVert. Shoots from 12. San Antonio with a rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Clock at 6. Here's the dude. He's checked by LeVert. Herter passes to Bridges. That one is off. Sohan with some nice D. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Brandon Miller caught some flack when he named Paul George as his GOAT, but PG-13 said, I know what he meant by it. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of all time, but it's about who inspires you. Miller, for his part, knocked backing down and saying, how the league is built now, Paul George is the right person to study for this generation. Ryan?
Allie, thanks. LeVert, that's good.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Here's the dude. He's checked by LeVert. Pass to the dude. Here's Castle. Here's Webb. Sinks the tray. And the Spurs lead by 7.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And he lobs it up. Oh, a flawless finish on the lob.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
Here's the dude. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. The dude's got 21.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
LeVert passes to Herter. LeVert outside. Bridges outside. The 3 is up. Miller can't get it to go. Spurs lead by 7. Here's Webb. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Memphis. Lets it fly. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Miller's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Miller, such a smooth jump shooter and is very comfortable shooting on the move.
What a display of skill. The defense was solid, but he finds a way.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's LeVert. Miller outside. Another shot. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
How about the ferocity from him right there? This guy is relentless.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Here's Smith. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And so it's San Antonio closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
When I look at San Antonio, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their time.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Hornets.
I mean, it's pretty simple. More rebounds, more opportunities. Right now, they're getting crushed on the glass, Shaq.
From where I'm sitting, I don't see the energy, and I do not see the effort.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Line change here for San Antonio. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. San Antonio leading by 23. And so in the game for the Spurs, they've got Kevin Durant, also Johnson out there, and it's Phillips in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Herter. Durant pulls it in.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Salah. And here's Nurkic. Fades away. Chalk up 2 there.
Continuing to develop his jump shot. Nurkic draining his shot has helped his confidence moving forward.
Johnson finds Durant from outside the arc. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Miller. The 3-ball. The rebound by Kolek. Driving to the basket. The dude gets the bucket. The dude's got 27 points.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
A difficult situation for Charlotte. Ball passes to Nurkic. Ball with it. And it's good. 2 points. Ball's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
Here's the dude. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Miller outside. Pass to Ball. Launches a 3. Fires in the triple. He's got 24.
No hesitation there from Ball, letting it fly from distance.
The dude passes to Durant. Over Ball. Offensive board. And Phillips gets it to go.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Ball taking his time here. No good on the triple. Here's the dude, defended by Nurkic. The dude's shot is off. Pass to Herter. Fires for three. Rebounded by Johnson.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. For three. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Johnson with a bucket.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Ball throws it down.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on it.
Pass to Kolek. Driving in. And the layup is good. Kolek's got 5.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Well, the Hornets shooting pretty well at 45%. Miller, right side. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's the dude, hounded by Ball. Stolen by Ball. Fast break, here come the Hornets. Here's Miller. It's good, and the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one. Spurs lead by 19. Pass to the dude. The kick out to Johnson. Here's the dude. And the powerful one-handed slam.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
To the inside. Here's the dude. And the shot goes in. The dude's got 31.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Ball way outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so the San Antonio Spurs ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Karis LeVert, Smith out there with Ball. Then it's Ben Simmons, and it's Salon in at the 4-man spot. That's the Hornets 5. Basket's good.
And Vassell can...
So both teams making some changes here.
We'll get him, MP.
Spurs lead by 16. Here's the dude. 2 points. That one goes. The dude's got 33.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Bridges outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by San Antonio. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Spurs.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Yeah, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the dude.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
Here's the dude. Second chance effort. It's hauled in by Herter. 27 seconds left in the 4th. Pass the ball. And here's Nurkic. To the paint. Here's Miller. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Stolen by Miller. Now here's Ball. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do.
Great win tonight, MP.
Hey, need some help?
Hey, stay focused in your workout today.
Come on, MP.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
MP in the house.
Let's go, MP.
Let's keep this winning streak going.